As is seen in my recently established blogs and on Facebook, I have been working on building up my STEM rhetoric. These past years, I've been boosting my understanding of biology, anatomy, and medicine, as well as the social elements of medical practice, and I've been growing in my knowledge of environmental science too. I took a crash course in engineering, which has also lent itself to the study of environmentalism, as one utilizes a lot of tools throughout the day to promote efficiency. Engineering is all around us at all times, though it may be taken for granted, just as math is, business is, and the environment is. I found that pushing forward, it is important to understand as many fields of science, technology, engineering, and math as possible, because they are all correlated. You cannot have one without the other if you're going to land on the most efficient tools, which you want to do, of course, for one of the most important resources that you can save: time. Now, I come from a humanities and social science background with some business tagged on at the end, and I've got to say that I believe the diverse fields of study I landed on through time and experience have only deepened my understanding of the world at large. I recognize that college curricula is modeled to allow for a well-rounded basis in a number of different fields. Required generals and prerequisites try to ensure maturity and understanding of the subject in a deeper context. That being said, all that learning could have been and perhaps should have been deeper. I think that it needs to happen faster, sooner, and for everyone. Even if you want to be a French teacher, you should still know the basics of engineering because you still drive your car to work, and then you can do an in-depth lesson on the Renault, une voiture de France. You'll be providing a well-rounded education that can inspire and motivate a more diverse audience. But you have to have a more in-depth space of learning to pull from, plus permission granted from the school board as well as the state, etc. Education has been standardized to a certain degree to make sure that everyone has a firm foundation, much like everyone else, which can limit playtime and freestyling to an extent. The idea of multiple discipline teaching and learning was adopted in my school district during my middle school years when we would do a multicultural unit that would allow for music, theater, and art students to come together and create something involving history and such, or a notable social movement. But these multicultural units were limited to the arts, and they maybe happen once a year or every few years. They should be happening every day. There's too much information to cover, and lecture-based learning can get long and tedious. The average attention span is 45 minutes, but 20-ish minutes of class is meant to be spent solidifying learning with review, which lends itself to slow progress. Slower if students aren't engaged. I believe that the structure of education needs to be changed. We need to have multiple instructors with multiple areas of specialization in all of the classrooms. We need to incorporate multimedia and hands-on learning with lessons of reasonable duration. We need to reward thinking and engagement while making all learning relevant to the real world. I think that we need to break from the traditional classroom size and structure. I think that we need to break from the traditional schedule. I think that we need multiple dimensions and perspectives during each lesson, and we need flexibility in the structure of curricula to allow for inspiration and motivation to come from students as well as from the real world. We need STEM multicultural units plus arts multicultural units plus language multicultural units all mashed together. STEM, arts, language multicultural units, and we need them every day. So how do we do it? I'm asking for real. Let's restructure, have fun with it. Maybe we could start with an optional summer program to see how things work, get data, see how things flow together. Let's see what walls we can break down. We might have to get rid of homework. How much engagement we can win, how much we can grow. Let's see. Let's do it.